Hey, what's up? Welcome. In this video, I want to share kind of just like some general info and also maybe some techniques and stuff like that to use when trying to authentically relate with other people, and how to, kind of get what you're desiring with other people, and also doing it in a way that honors both you and them to, the highest degree possible. And this one specifically is going to be around sharing attraction with other people. For me, attraction, I just love the topic of like attraction and sex and anything to do with, just like desiring other people. It's always just like a really fun, juicy topic for me, and it's really nice when you have a community and other people who are into like conscious, authentic, relating style communication, because often in these sorts of communities, it can be really okay and acceptable to talk about these things and to name your attraction to somebody and have it not be met with like any sort of expectation. A big practice of mine is to just share what I want to share, what's really alive for me and what's really true for me, and share it and not hold any expectation from the others. Like, I'm sharing it not because I want an outcome from it. I'm sharing it because what I want is to just share myself purely and fully. And that's more fulfilling than actually getting the outcome that maybe that could lead to. And so in this instance, like if I'm attracted to somebody and I share that I'm attracted to them, the more fulfilling thing for me is just sharing that I'm attracted to them. That feels so good to be able to share that openly. And whether they reciprocate with attraction, or however they might say, oh, I feel really turned off hearing that, and I feel really appalled that you would just straight up tell me that. Even if that's the reaction, that's okay, because I feel so good that I was able to just share myself. And it also gives an opportunity for, like, if they do have some sort of reaction, however their reaction is, there's a way to kind of like create safety and go deeper into that and maybe explore it if they're ready. Some people do actually have, some trauma and stuff around this sort of thing. And, it's not something that you may want to try to navigate unless you have a lot of skill navigating trauma and being very skillful in your communication. But for the most part, this is just kind of like a fun personal development thing that you can do with yourself. And so first I want to just share something that I've done a few times in the past that has been, for one, really fun for me, and just I think helped a lot of areas develop, just like sharing my attraction for people, not being attached to an outcome. That's basically it. And so this practice is basically, well, I guess it depends on whether you have a Facebook or some sort of social media. For me, I used Facebook, and I just went to all the people, women for me, that I've felt some attraction to, just like everyone on my friends list or whatever on Facebook, find all the girls that I feel some attraction to and just message them. And I probably should have brought up the message, because it was kind of the same, like it was slightly personalized to them, but it was only a few lines. It was like, hey, blank, hope you're doing really well. I just wanted to share with you that I have some attraction for you. And I hope that you're having a great day. Something like that. Super simple and, not super invasive. It's because you want to share just like your own experience, and you don't want to put any expectation on them. And it's a little difficult because a lot of us are kind of trained that, like, when somebody approaches us, like if you're someone being approached by a man and the man expresses, oh, they're attracted to you, generally they do have an expectation for you to respond and a hope that you will respond like with reciprocation. And so that can feel like a lot of pressure. Like, oh God, this person probably really wants me to tell them that, that I'm attracted to them and I don't want to hurt them. And, this is just like really awkward socially. to be put in this position where now I feel like a pressure to respond to somebody who's attracted to me. So people will just kind of naturally have that often, but I think phrasing it in these sort of like easy, non-expectational ways helps a lot. You know, it wasn't like I said, I'm attracted to you, will you go out with me? Or I'm attracted to you, like, what do you think about that? Which isn't a terrible thing to ask, and we'll probably get into that later, but it was just kind of like, hey, I'm attracted to you, have a great day, hope you're doing well. And a lot of that is like I was mass messaging every girl that I could find that I had attraction to. So it wasn't like I was attached to one person. You know, you don't want to, like, if you're actually trying to be with somebody and there's like one person you're really focused on, maybe this isn't the thing to do with them. This is kind of just like, for me, and I hope for you, is just a practice in authentically sharing, especially around attraction, which can be very difficult for people. So, you know, you just find whatever, 10 to 50 to 100 people, depending on how many people you have genuine attraction to. It doesn't have to be a lot of attraction. I message girls that I hardly know at all, that I've just felt some attraction to at some point. And even like friends and people that I know and people that I'll talk to in the future, I've just felt very dedicated to sharing myself very openly. And so it helps when you have a lot of people to be able to message like this, because it's not so much pressure on you of like this one person that you're focused on trying to say yes. You're just kind of going through people sharing, hey, I'm attracted to you, hope you have a nice day, hope you're doing well. And then you move on to the next one and you just keep sending them out. And sometimes, you know, sometimes I won't get a message back from anyone at all. Sometimes, you know, most of the time, what I get is people, I've never gotten a bad message. I've done this with probably like at least 100 people. And I don't think I've ever gotten like a message that was like, wow, you're horrible or something, like this is so appalling. I've never gotten anything like that. It's always been like, oh, wow. Usually there's a lot of like genuine, like they enjoy that I shared it, even if they're not attracted, because most of them aren't. You know, out of 100 people, there might only be 5 of them that actually reciprocated mutual attraction with me. But most of them really appreciate the honesty and are like, oh, wow, thank you so much for sharing that. That feels really good to hear. And maybe that's all they say, or they say, and I'm not really like looking for a relationship or anything right now. And then you can just be like, okay, because the expectation and the outcome was never to try and get into a relationship with somebody. If that happens for you, then that's like a really cool, what do you call it, kind of like side thing, like byproduct of what we're trying to do here. But getting into a relationship with somebody isn't the goal here. Just being empowered in yourself and being able to share yourself is the goal here. And often by switching that mindset around to focus on that, you will often get more people who are interested in you and who genuinely actually want to go out with you when you're, you know, when your hopeful outcome or whatever is not even to get together with anybody in the first place. It's just to share yourself openly. And that's generally really attractive. And, you know, if you send this out to 20 to 50 people, you'll probably get some really cool ass conversations that come out of it as well. You know, I think the harshest message that I received back was just somebody like, cool, thanks for sharing. I'm not interested in you at all. You know, I think that's probably the worst message back that I ever got. And I was like, okay, cool. Thank you for sharing that. I love your honesty. And I think we were both able to appreciate each other's honesty. So I guess kind of like the basic message and principle of this, because you can apply this to kind of anything. It doesn't have to be attraction or, you know, anything like that with other people. It could be that, you know, you feel anxious or you feel scared or that you, anything like that, you know, just trying to switch the focus on like the outcome or what people are going to think of you to like, I really just want to express this for me. Like, I feel this thing, it feels very alive in me, and I'm going to share it because that's what I need to do for myself. Whatever happens after I share it doesn't matter. I did the thing that I need to do. So that's about all for this video. if you are someone who is in a space where like you can, like say you're not in a committed relationship or something, and you know this feels like a fun practice for you, then I definitely challenge you to do this practice, and see what happens, and just make it a game and make it an experiment, and just see what happens if you share your attraction authentically with a bunch of people. So let me know what you thought of this video, and if you do end up doing it, I would love to hear what happens for you. And you know, I'll be sharing more kind of I guess you could call them tactics or just skills around communication and authentically relating with other people. So yeah, let me know if you like this content, and I'll be making some more. See you in the next one.